Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to do a quick video about, I often hear women saying, should I go back? So they've gotten out, they've either been discarded or they've escaped, but then they're thinking about either going back or taking them back. And I just wanted to run through a few basics about this. The first thing is, why? Why would you want to do that all over again? That's the main question. Because if you stop and think about it, right, if you actually stop and think about it, it probably wasn't that much fun in the first place. So maybe just write down everything they actually put you through. Take the rose-tinted glasses off. Just tell the goddamn truth to yourself just for once. Write it all down, right? Everything from the silent treatments to the abuse, to the lies, to the cheating, to the mistrust, to the constant walking on eggshells and, the confusion and the doubt and the gaslighting. Write that all down. Have a really good read of that and ask yourself, was that what I'm put here to do? Was I really put on the earth to live like that? Was that the best that I deserve? No, I don't think so. But keep reading it until you know the answer to that, okay? Because you're the one who's in control here, all right? A narcissist will take you back repeatedly because, for them, it's never been about love. It's about usury and about manipulation and control. It's about what they can get from you, what you're willing to put up with. And trust me, if you go back after escaping, the huge takeaway message for the narcissist from that is you saying, I don't value myself. And even though you've treated me like shit, I'm back again. I'm going to let you do it to me again. And believe me, they will do it to you again just because you let them. And the thing is, they actually will have disdain for you as well because you have so little self-worth and so little self-belief and value. I mean, it's kind of sad because you may be thinking, well, maybe we've both learned lessons and we both made mistakes and now we've grown and, maybe we can actually reconnect and our love will solve the problems and we'll be closer than ever. No, that's not how they roll. It's not how they roll at all. So now that you've left, what's happened is a narc injury has been created. So in their brain, they are now angry at you because you dared to leave them, defy their authority, that you actually dared to think that you could make it on your own, that you didn't jump and, when they snapped their fingers, that you didn't come running, that you didn't put up with their abuse or their ongoing punishment or whatever it was that, that they were putting you through that made you leave in the first place. The fact you didn't put up with that, they will never forget that. It's just the way they are. They wanted a reason to have a grudge. They needed a reason to treat you badly. And now you've given it to them. And believe me, they will use it. So every single time, if you go back to them, every single time that they treat you badly, they will say, well, when we broke up, I know you were sleeping with other men or something ridiculous. And they will be so convincing that you will actually start to believe that you really did do something wrong. Maybe you've made them just so paranoid and that's your fault. That's what they'll have you thinking. But the reality is that they have never trusted you. They're never going to trust you. They've always been abusive, and now they've got a reason to justify their abuse to themselves and to you and to other people as well. And believe me, they'll be telling other people all about it. That's another thing to remember, actually. So while you were separated, who do you think they were getting supply from? Well, they don't just not get supply. They get supply from a whole lot of people. And what would have happened is they would have been running around telling everyone and anyone who would listen to their sob story about how you left them and how badly you treated them and what a good bloke they are and how hard they worked and blah, blah, blah. And, they've been getting supply from whoever, all these people. And yeah, sure, they'll take you back. No worries. They'll take you back and use you for whatever it is that you offer. Maybe you're the sex while they're working on the new supply. Maybe you're the roof over their head while they're working on the new supply. Maybe you're the money in the bank while they're working on the new supply. I mean, this is the reality. Not even if you've been separated, because they're always looking for new supply. But if you dared to make a move and leave them, you put them in a situation where they needed supply from someone else and quick. So they would have definitely, like I said, either had one or more or a whole stack of people acting as supply for them. And they will be now trying them on for size, seeing how much abuse they'll take, seeing how gullible they are, seeing what they've got, seeing if they can replace you. All this kind of stuff is all going on behind the scenes. So you may think, if you went back to them, you may think that you guys are rekindling and giving your marriage another go. And I know this because I was there. I did that. I did that for quite a long period of time. I thought we were working on our marriage, but we weren't. I was. He wasn't. He was just biding time to find someone to replace me because I am grade A supply and I'm not that easy to replace. And it literally took him years. But little did I know that was what was going on, and by this time he was telling me that, because I'd left him and because of this and that, he was so wounded. Now he didn't trust me properly. And so, he was justifying all of his bad behavior. And I took it all on. I believed it because, I'm a human being and I have feelings. And I would never lie to someone that I love about that kind of thing. Like, I just wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't expect someone else to do it. But that's because I didn't know about narcissists and sociopaths before all of this. Now that I know, it seems, it's all crystal clear now. But when I was, in the middle of it all, I couldn't see anything. It's that whole, it's hard to see hard to see the frame when you're in the picture? Hard to see the frame when you're in the picture. And it's true. It is hard. So anyhow, like I said, now I've got clarity. All right. So they'll be looking to replace you. They will have to punish you. And especially, now that they know that you're onto them. So narcissists and sociopaths kind of always go into relationships knowing that it's going to end. They usually kind of plan how it's going to end, but there's always variations, and they also always kind of have, every different day offers opportunities and new potential. So their life's plans, they don't have life's goals, life's plans. They take life as it comes, which is why they can have, the same amount of loyalty to someone that they were married to for a decade or 2 decades. They can have the same amount of loyalty to them as they do the new barmaid that serves them alcohol, and they've known 2 weeks. And that kind of thing, obviously that shows their disordered personality, but I mean that's the reality. They don't have loyalty to anyone, and their reality and their plans change every day. As I said, they kind of run, they put out a wide net. They see what they can catch in the day. They always go with the path of least resistance. They want what they want, and whatever's easiest and whatever's going to get them what they want in the most easiest and least energetic way is the way they'll go. So why would you think about going back to that? I mean, just knowing that, why would you even entertain the thought? It's not, it's just not a life for anyone. Don't make the mistake that I did. Don't waste another couple of years of your life. Once you know what they are, you need to know that they're not going to change, and that you are just wasting your own time. And I mean, sure, it's your life to waste if you want to waste it, of course. But I suspect you don't really want to waste it. I suspect that you're still believing the love myth, that they love you as equally as you love them. But I'm sorry, darling, it's just not the case. If they're narcissists or sociopaths or psychopaths, they just don't love. They don't love you. They didn't love the one before you. They're not going to love the one after you or the one after her. It's just, it's the nature of their disorder. No empathy. They can't feel other people's feelings. They can't put themselves in other people's positions. So you'll find that, if you think about it, you'll probably find that you didn't really exist when you weren't around them. So, for example, when you went your separate ways for a day, they didn't really want to hear what you did while you were gone. They just want to pick up where you came back in to their day. I remember when I went overseas for 2 weeks, and it was quite astounding. I've never, ever in my life experienced anything like it. Imagine that someone that you've been married to for 10 years goes overseas for 2 weeks, and you don't want to see the photos. You don't want to hear about what happened. You have no interest at all, and you actually get shitty when the photos are being shown to other people. I don't know why I wasn't Googling then. I should have been. If I'd Googled that then, I probably would have known that, he was a narcissist or a malignant narcissist. Anyhow, save yourself a lot of heartache. Didn't work the first time. It's never going to work. Not for you, not for anyone. Their relationships don't work. They're all on a time, from the beginning, from day one, there's an exit strategy. Okay? I mean, that's not a committed relationship. It's just, convenience. Convenience is not commitment. All right, my darlings. Thank you for watching Nut Free Formula. I'm Freedom. Get nut free and stay nut free. Bye.